Is the IRS going to get away with it with that targeting of conservative groups? No law enforcement agency is asking for criminal charges against the IRS. The FBI says the IRS is incompetent but not criminal. So what does the Tea Party have to say about that? Jenny Beth Martin from the Tea Party Patriots joins us. Nice to see you, Jenny Beth. And so what do you think about the information tonight that apparently there is, and our own reporting has found it as well, that the FBI has not found any information that would lead to filing criminal charges?
Greta, thanks for having me tonight. And it's absolutely outrageous. We know for certain that the IRS released donor information of at least one group. We know that the IRS lied before Congress under oath that they would not lie. They lied before Congress, which is a felony, saying there was no targeting when 100% of Tea Party groups were targeted. And to find out that they are not going to press any charges and they're saying nothing's wrong is outrageous. To top that off, the FBI has not once contacted Tea Party Patriots. They have not contacted our attorneys. Tea Party Patriots and I are in touch with hundreds of groups around the country every single day, and these groups have not been targeted. Don't you think the first step an investigator should take, or at least one of the first steps, is to talk to the people claiming a crime has been committed?
You know what? I would expect that would be the first thing to do, is to talk to the people who may be the victims of a crime. I mean, one of the things that was always sort of appalling to me is what the IRS did here is that they oftentimes didn't even give decisions so that you couldn't even appeal from a denial of a tax exemption. I mean, that silence of doing nothing was actually, to me, was most astounding, but never sort of aggressively investigated. But I'm curious, why do you think this is happening? Why are we learning that the FBI apparently doesn't have enough information? Do you think the FBI just doesn't care, or that it just isn't a good investigation, or what's your theory on why we are where we are on this?
When they haven't talked to us, and from everything we can tell, the investigation has not been even close to what would be a thorough investigation. It only leads us to the point where we can make guesses about their motives. Why are they protecting the IRS? Why aren't they getting to the bottom of it? If they don't truly do a real investigation of this, there are always going to be doubts, and it is not good for the trust between the governors and the governed. They have to do a full investigation. It is awful that they're not doing that. And Greta, what you said about not being able to appeal when you haven't been granted status, Tea Party Patriots still, our 501c4 still over 3 years and no determination from the IRS.
See, that's what I don't know if the viewers understand. I mean, people understand that, is that at least if you got denied by the IRS, you could appeal to the next step. But by doing this sort of pocket veto that they have, it's actually more oppressive than you actually realize. It's an extraordinary amount of power that they have. They do this pocket veto. All right, now you raise motive. Who do you think is behind? Is any one person behind making this decision to make this the investigation as it is? Because the investigator has maxed out to the Obama campaign, it brings into question what their motives are. I don't know who is responsible for it. It certainly appears that there is a cover-up. All that we can do is draw conclusions from what has happened. Our conclusions are that the administration, or people within the administration, are allowing this to be swept under the rug instead of investigating it thoroughly. They wanted to silence us, and they've done what they can to silence us. We're not going away, but they've done everything they can to make it difficult for us, if not impossible at times, to exercise our First Amendment rights. Which is why we go back to what I was saying with Karl Rove, is that the prosecutor who's been assigned to investigate it should never have accepted the responsibility, not because she's necessarily unfair, but the appearance of unfairness, because she was a big donor to the Obama campaign, and obviously now you, Jenny Beth, and others will not have confidence in the investigation no matter which way the cards fall. But anyway, Jenny Beth, thank you. And as noted, the investigation apparently is not over, but that's at least what we're learning tonight about that it does not look like charges will be filed, but we'll wait and see. Thank you, Jenny Beth.
Thank you, Greta.
And well, New England.